Hi Shark Tank, my name is Maureen Christie and I'm from the beautiful state of Utah and I live in Park City, and that's because I'm very smart. I work for Foundation Medicine. We're a molecular DNA sequencing company where we identify targets for cancer patients. I love my job, been in medicine for a long time, but my passion has always been to help parents enjoy the time with their babies better. When I was a single mom with my son, who's now 24, I remember those moments when he would start to get a little antsy and move around, and I knew he was getting hungry, and I had to find a place to warm his bottle, but that didn't always happen. So what I had was a very, very unhappy baby. Usually the entire plane became unhappy, and then I became very stressed. So a nice travel day with my son, or out to the mall, or anywhere that I wanted to go, Disney, anywhere, I was always constantly stressed. Where am I going to warm that bottle? That became my life. I had to live my life around how, as a single mom, or anybody, was going to warm a bottle out. You don't want to warm it in a dirty bathroom. That's the last place you want to go. You don't even want to go there yourselves. So we developed Warmzy, and this is Warmzy, and this is what our company's built around. We're asking for $260,000 for 15% of our business. Let me show you how Warmzy works. This is a bottle sock. You put the bottle in the sock, you lift up the layer, and you see a warming pad. That's wrapped around, the layer is put back. That warms anything that you have in the bottle, whether it's water for powder formula, like this, for using on the go, whether it's breast milk frozen or whether it's pre-mixed formula. This will warm it. Once you feed the baby, you can drop in another bottle of water and be ready for the next feeding or whatever you have in it. The warmers last for 10 hours, so it gives you the opportunity to be out all day, to be on vacation, to be at Disney World, to go to your son's soccer game and not have to worry about going back to the car or finding a place to warm the bottle. This product comes in small and large. It fits any bottle type, so women are very, very loyal to their bottle types. So they don't want to deviate. Once you find a bottle, you're going to stick with it. Anti-colic bottles, I would say 90% of that is due to temperature, and I know that from being in medicine. It's not due to the bottle type. But when they get a bottle they're happy with that bottle and don't want to switch. So we accommodate them by doing a large and a small, fits any bottle, any form of feeding. We sell them in starter kits. So this is a starter kit. It'll have one of these bottle socks and 2 warmers in it. We sell these retail for $14.99, whether it's a large or small, and the cost on those is $2.35. So you can see our margins are good. We also sell what's called a refill pack. That will have 4 warmers, pads in it. So it brings the customer back into the store like a razor blade model. You buy the razor, then you need the blades. You buy the starter kit, then you need the warmers. Those sell for $12.99 retail, and we wholesale those for $6.50. We make the refill kits, the number of 4, and we make those for $2.10. We sell them for $12.99, and that's 4 warmers. In the future, we want to bring out multiple warmer packs where you could buy 20 warmers, you can buy 2, you can buy 10, whatever your needs are. You can buy enough for a week's vacation. Warmzy is not only a fantastic product, we have fully issued patents in the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and 35 countries pending. So most of the expense that I put into the company was intellectual property. So, as you can see, sharks, you already have a globally protected product. Our company's come a long way. We sell in Bye Bye Baby, Bed Bath & Beyond, Brookshire Grocers. We are selling to a hospital system in Florida, just finishing up that. We also sell to another chain of grocery stores. It's called Associated Foods in Salt Lake, and that will be going into Fresh Markets. We also target travel stores and pharmacies. With all this work, I need help, and that's why I need the sharks. We need an investment so that we can get people trained in the hospitals so that when mothers leave the hospital, they can have their logo Warmzy, private label, for the hospital. They know that now if they're going to freeze their breast milk and they don't want to breastfeed in public, they have an alternative. And that is what we need to get to people, because once the parents start using the product, it's very convenient. If they have it from day one and we can train the neonatal nurses, then we have a product that has a medical component behind it, which will just generate revenues in Bed Bath & Beyond and all the stores that we're targeting. Since 2011, we've done $562,000. In 2011, we were called On the Fly Bottle. Not a good concept. People thought bottles were flying around and really didn't understand the product. And the packaging did not really demonstrate what the product does. So I find that if you don't have it very simplified on the product, it wasn't a good pull-through. Rather than push these big box to sell, what I decided to do was take the product off the market for a year and a half, step back, renamed it as Warmzy, and we also developed prototypes under Warmzy and new packaging that would actually reflect what the product did. This helped the product immensely, because last year we just originally re-entered the market in July of 2014. And since July of 2014, by myself, while working a full-time job, I've sold $260,000 in product. Big box stores, small stores, hospitals, and about $160,000 of that money came from overseas. So we have a very big interest overseas because people understand how important warm milk is to nutrition, to digestion, and to anti-colic properties. Warmzy is the only, and I mean only, bottle warmer on the market today that you can warm anywhere, anytime. I live in Park City. We like to hike. You can't warm bottles at the top of a mountain, but now you can with Warmzy. The other products on the market either get plugged in or use some source of electricity. So while you can use them on the go for one feeding, you can't use it for multiple feedings. And that's the differentiation with this product. Also, the fact that you can use it with any form of feeding, you can use it with any bottle type, allows you to just stick this unit in your purse and go. This is a time saver for families, and it also helps you enjoy your time out with babies more. Because the worst thing that can happen is that baby has a meltdown when you're on takeoff, in a restaurant, or how about just in the mall? You're trying to get some things done. You know that little chirping sound they make, and the next thing you know, it's a whole fallout. So Warmzy is going to eliminate stress from parents, grandparents, and everybody for babies that want to travel the world. And sharks, remember, when your kids were little, if you needed a diaper and it was on the go and you didn't have one, you would have paid anything for it. So we feel that Warmzy serves an emergency need in the market for babies in the middle of a meltdown. Working in medicine all my life and now working in cancer and having a great product like this that makes happy babies, I've learned a lot of things. And one thing I've learned is people always come first. If you have a purpose, you're a better person. And by doing that, you'll prosper. And I think that the sharks do that for aspiring entrepreneurs. And it's a full circle. Once I get a shark on board and we make this product successful, I will repeat that. I will invest in people with a purpose so they can prosper. And I think that's how the world goes round. So this is not just a product and just a company. This is a philosophy and a way of life. The reason I did this, sometimes I think I was crazy. I went from a job that I made fantastic money, and I left that job for 2 years while bringing this company to fruition. But one of the things I learned is you can be poor and you can be rich, but you can be happy. And this makes me happy because I'm actually changing the way people feed their babies. So Warmzy not just a product, it's a company, it's a philosophy, and we really, really want to have a shark come on board and help us to develop this product globally, private label, for the Mavericks. Have it at stadiums, have it at football games, have it everywhere so that people don't have to stress anymore about warming their bottles. So, I'm not as fast as I used to be as a swimmer, but you sharks, if you want to swim along with me, remember, I only want $260,000 for 15% of my company with 5 patents, including globals, and the hardest working, tenacious human being you'll ever meet. So I look forward to talking to the sharks.